Welcome, God lovers. Thank you for coming back to listen to God's Word, the words of the saints, and the message we bring today. Have you ever experienced days when everything seems to be falling apart, when you feel like you no longer have the strength to keep going? We've all had those difficult moments, dark days where anxiety and pressure weigh heavily on our minds. It is in those moments, when we feel weak and stuck, that we must find our inner strength, peace, and belief to not only stand firm but also keep moving forward. Stoic philosophy, particularly the profound teachings of Marcus Aurelius, is the guiding light for the soul in these dark times. Stoicism doesn't just teach us to endure hardship, it encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for growth. These principles are not rigid theories but practical lessons that have helped people for thousands of years face difficulties, maintain their spirits, and overcome adversity. In this video, we will share with you 8 Stoic-based principles to help you keep moving forward on your toughest days. These are powerful yet simple concepts. Though practicing them can be challenging, if you grasp and apply them, you will not only survive adversity but also find strength, faith, and patience within yourself. Let's explore these timeless lessons from Marcus Aurelius so that no matter how harsh the world outside may be, your soul remains as calm and steadfast as a rock amidst stormy seas. Number 1. Embrace the present. Acceptance of the present is one of the core principles of Stoic philosophy and a valuable life lesson that not everyone easily understands. This philosophy reminds us that life doesn't always unfold according to our desires, and the most important thing is to face reality and accept what cannot be changed, rather than wasting time and energy resisting it. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" However, accepting the present does not mean surrendering or giving up hope. On the contrary, it requires inner strength and patience to understand that there are things beyond our control. We cannot control time, the weather, or sometimes even the losses and suffering we encounter in life. The only thing we can control is how we react to and approach these circumstances. Ask yourself, what in your life right now is causing dissatisfaction? Are you trying to change things that are beyond your control? Often, we get caught up in regret over the past or anxiety about the future, forgetting the present moment. Yet, the present is the only thing we truly have. It is the gift life gives us to appreciate and live fully. A prominent example of accepting the present in the Stoic spirit can be seen in the life of Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. Throughout his turbulent career, Jobs faced numerous failures, including being fired from the very company he had created. Instead of wallowing in disappointment or regret over what had happened, Jobs accepted reality and refused to let the past dictate his life. He continued to innovate, leading Next and Pixar, and eventually returned to Apple to transform it into one of the world's most valuable companies. This embodies Stoic philosophy. Instead of trying to change what has already occurred, Jobs focused on what he could do in the present. Steve Jobs also faced another challenge beyond his control: pancreatic cancer. Even knowing that his time was limited, he didn't succumb to despair or fear. Instead, he chose to live and work with unrelenting creativity. As he famously said during his 2005 Stanford commencement address, "Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked." There is no reason not to follow your heart. Jobs accepted his present with courage, refusing to let illness hinder his creativity or life's purpose. Jobs' acceptance of the present wasn't about giving up or being passive. It was about actively facing reality and confronting the limitations life imposed. Despite enormous obstacles, Jobs found strength in the present and turned difficult moments into a driving force for extraordinary accomplishments. We can learn a great deal from how Steve Jobs confronted challenges. His approach aligns with what Stoic philosophy encourages: accepting the present, avoiding getting caught up in anxiety about the future or regret about the past, and focusing on what we can do right now. Number 2, practice gratitude. Have you ever stopped amid life's busyness and asked yourself, have I truly appreciated what I have? During difficult days, surrounded by countless pressures and worries, we often forget the small but precious things right in front of us. Yet gratitude, one of the core values of Stoic philosophy, is the guiding light that helps us find peace and strength even in the darkest times. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and emperor, once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." These words serve as a gentle reminder that our very existence is something to be grateful for. But in the rush of life, how often do we stop to feel that wonder? Have you ever truly appreciated the light of the morning or the simple comfort of sitting with a loved one after a long, tiring day? It is in these moments, seemingly ordinary, where the deepest happiness resides. Gratitude is not about avoiding hardship, it's about finding peace amidst life's storms. Think about those who have overcome life-threatening illnesses. They not only survive, but live more fully than many of us. They are grateful for every breath, every moment of existence, every ray of sunlight through the window. Perhaps it is gratitude that brings them peace and strength even as they face seemingly insurmountable challenges. Have you ever wondered, if I faced such adversity, could I still find reasons to be grateful? We often forget the good in life when faced with difficulties, but that is exactly when gratitude is most needed. Taking just a few minutes each day to list the things you're grateful for can completely change your outlook on life. Remember, you cannot control everything around you, but you can control how you respond to it. By focusing on gratitude, you'll find your spirit feels lighter, the burdens seem less heavy, and you will discover peace within yourself. So, what are you grateful for today? Share with us 3 things you are thankful for in the comments below. As you reflect on this, you'll realize that even on the worst days, life still has its beauty, and gratitude will be the compass that guides you back to peace. Number 3. Inner strength. Inner strength is one of the key pillars of Stoic philosophy, as it helps individuals stand firm in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Have you ever wondered what keeps us grounded when everything around us feels unstable? It is inner strength, a source of resilience, that doesn't depend on external factors and cannot be shaken by the harshness of circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers and emperors, once said, "There is nothing that happens to any person but what was in his power to go through with." For him, the most important thing wasn't what happens to us, but how we respond and face those events. Inner strength is the ability to control oneself, not letting external factors sway our mind and actions. In modern life, countless stories show how inner strength helps people overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. Think of those who face sudden events, like bankruptcy, losing a career they've spent their entire lives building, or suffering bitter failures at work. Instead of allowing those failures to crush them, they rise, turn the difficulties into opportunities to reinvent themselves, and start again. For example, consider entrepreneurs who lose everything during a financial crisis but persist, refusing to give up, and gradually rebuild their careers. Or artists who, after experiencing a mental crisis, still find the inner motivation to continue creating and contributing to the arts. These stories of rising from failure in business or art are not just testaments to talent, but more importantly to inner strength, which allows them to weather life's storms. Inner strength is not just about persistence, but also about changing how we perceive life. Instead of seeing difficulties as purely negative, we can view them as opportunities for growth. While we can't control every situation in life, we can completely control how we respond to them. Have you ever wondered why some people remain calm and resilient in the most difficult circumstances? It's because they have trained their inner strength. They understand that no matter how turbulent the outside world may be, the most important thing is to keep the soul at peace. This begins with accepting that not everything is within our control, and instead of worrying about what cannot be changed, we focus on training and strengthening our minds. In the end, inner strength is the guiding light during our darkest days. It not only helps us overcome challenges, but also allows us to grow from them. We've just explored the power of inner strength, the driving force behind success and self-improvement. Now, we'd like to introduce you to another powerful tool for building relationships and earning respect, the practice of patience. Patience is one of the most important virtues in Stoic philosophy, as it helps us face life's challenges and difficulties with calm and control. Let's continue to explore the remarkable strength of patience in the next part of the video. Number 4. Practice patience. Have you ever wondered why some people can remain calm in challenging situations, while many others quickly lose patience and become frustrated? The secret lies in the ability to practice patience, a quality that takes time and effort to develop. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When the force of circumstances upsets your equanimity, lose no time in recovering your self-control and do not remain out of tune longer than you can help." This quote reminds us that life follows its own rules, and trying to force everything to go our way only increases anxiety and fatigue. Patience is not just about waiting, but accepting that not everything is within our control. What we can do is continue to put in effort, while recognizing that some things need time to resolve on their own. In modern life, patience is becoming an increasingly rare skill, as everything seems to move so fast. We often find ourselves losing patience when waiting for work results, or struggling with failure. For instance, think of a young entrepreneur who may quickly lose patience after a few months or years of ineffective business ventures. However, successful entrepreneurs are often those who persist through tough times, knowing that results don't always come immediately but require time to build a solid foundation. Another clear example is the recovery process after an injury in sports. Athletes often undergo months or even years of training and rehabilitation. Throughout that time, patience is the key that helps them persevere, even when their bodies don't heal as quickly as they'd like. Have you ever wondered if there's a way to train patience more effectively? The answer may lie in changing how we perceive challenges. Instead of viewing each challenge as a barrier that discourages us, we can see it as an opportunity to develop our character. As Marcus Aurelius said, nothing happens to anybody that he is not fitted by nature to bear. This means that every challenge comes to us to make us stronger and more resilient. Before we move on to Lesson 5, we'd like to thank you for staying with us through half of this video's journey. Every moment offers a chance to learn and grow, and your presence here, listening and reflecting with us, is a gift that I deeply appreciate. To help spread these valuable lessons to even more people, please like and share this video. Every share is a small but meaningful action, much like the wisdom of Stoicism. And don't forget, Lesson 5 is waiting for you in the next segment. Let's continue exploring and embracing these timeless pieces of advice together. Once again, thank you for your continued support. Number 5. Understand what you can control. Adversity is an inevitable part of life. No matter how much we try to avoid it, challenges, failures, and losses are inseparable components of every person's journey. The key lies not in how to escape adversity, but in how we face and learn from it. Stoic philosophy, particularly through the profound thoughts of Marcus Aurelius, teaches us that adversity is not something to be feared. On the contrary, it is a priceless tool for strengthening our willpower, controlling emotions, and cultivating wisdom. According to Stoic philosophy, adversity serves as a springboard that helps us become stronger and more insightful. Have you ever wondered why some people emerge from serious crises stronger and more successful, while others remain overwhelmed by pain and are unable to recover? Why do some people use difficulties as motivation, while others collapse under the same challenges? The answer lies in how we perceive and respond to adversity. Stoicism teaches that rather than blaming fate or drowning in self-pity, we should see every failure or obstacle as an opportunity to learn and grow. Every adversity, big or small, offers us a valuable lesson in self-control, patience, and perseverance. A prime example of learning from adversity can be found in Thomas Edison, the famous inventor who endured thousands of failures before inventing the electric light bulb. Instead of giving up after each failure, Edison viewed every failed attempt as a step closer to success. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." What you frequently hold in thought, for the human spirit is colored by such impressions. Our minds are shaped by the thoughts we consistently hold on to. Therefore, if we face adversity with a positive outlook, we will discover profound values in every hardship life throws our way. Patience, inner strength, and wisdom are all sharpened by these very challenges. So instead of fearing or avoiding adversity, face it with a stoic mindset. Accept it, learn from it, and grow. Rather than seeing difficulty as a stopping point, view it as a stepping stone toward new heights in life's journey. Will you choose to see adversity as an insurmountable obstacle or as an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser? Share your story and insights in the comments. Number 7. Seek wisdom. The pursuit of wisdom is a lifelong journey in Stoic philosophy. For Stoics, wisdom is not just theoretical knowledge, but the ability to apply deep insights to daily life. Have you ever wondered what sets apart a person who merely exists from one who truly lives with purpose? It is the ability to recognize and apply wisdom in every decision and action. Wisdom is not about accumulating endless information but about deeply understanding oneself and the world around us, and using that understanding to act rightly and usefully. Wisdom not only helps us make sound decisions but also serves as a guiding light in difficult situations, allowing us to face adversity calmly and thoughtfully. In today's world, wisdom retains its timeless value, especially during moments of crisis, when pressure and stress can easily lead people into panic. Look at leaders, for example, those who guide organizations through turbulent times. Instead of panicking or making rash decisions, they remain calm, seeking solutions based on reason and experience. This is the wisdom Stoicism emphasizes, the ability to avoid being swept away by temporary emotions and, instead, to see the bigger picture and make rational choices. A great example of such wisdom can be seen during the global financial crisis of 2008. When the stock market collapsed and many large businesses fell into crisis, amidst the panic, many investors sold off their shares to protect their capital, driven by fear. However, Warren Buffett, one of the wisest and most experienced investors, did not follow the crowd's emotions or fears. Instead, he remained calm and continued to adhere to his long-term investment strategy, seeking opportunities to invest in promising companies that were undervalued due to the crisis. Buffett famously shared his investing principle: be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. This perfectly reflects the principles of Stoic wisdom. Number 8. Practice compassion. Stoicism teaches us to practice compassion and empathy toward others. Instead of reacting with anger or contempt, we should recognize that negative behavior often stems from others' ignorance or personal pain. Compassion is not only a noble action, but it also liberates us. When we understand and empathize with others, we free ourselves from negative emotions like anger or hatred. Think about times when you have faced someone who hurt you. How did you respond? With anger or by understanding that they might be struggling with their own challenges in life? Stoicism encourages us to choose the latter because it frees us from unnecessary emotional burdens. In today's world, compassion is more necessary than ever. Consider the heartwarming stories of those willing to help others in desperate situations, such as healthcare workers who risked their safety to care for patients during the COVID-19 pandemic. They not only confronted their fears but also displayed boundless kindness. This modern example embodies Stoic philosophy's principle of compassion. In conclusion, compassion is not a sign of weakness but a demonstration of inner strength. When we learn to love and understand others, we not only help them but also help ourselves become freer, stronger, and more peaceful at heart. Life inevitably brings days of hardship, but the most important thing is not to avoid difficulties, but to learn how to face and overcome them. The principles of Stoicism are not distant philosophies but practical lessons that can be applied to everyday life. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth, every failure, a valuable lesson to develop and improve. If you find this video useful and meaningful, don't forget to like and subscribe to watch more videos sharing God's message, helping us develop both mentally and spiritually. Please share this video with your loved ones to explore and develop the Christian path together. Wish you a day filled with happiness and peace. See you in the next videos.